Now, one of the first things that you did after coming to Kerala and taking over as the governor was to visit Sri V.S. Achyutanandan, former Chief Minister of Kerala. Politically, I mean, you cannot be more apart. Ideologically, both of you cannot be more apart. So, what was your inspiration? What was your interest? What took you to V.S.?
My ideology is this. I am not in politics now. I was a member of a political party, I was a functionary, I was doing work for that party. Now I am no more member of any political party, I don't have any political affiliation. But my ideology is this, that all people matters. All people have their views and all those views are to be honored. And all have contributed towards the development of our society. And that was the reason, since my college days, I used to hear the name of Achyutanandaji. And such dedicated persons, for his ideology he worked here. He dedicated his life, I should say. So such dedication, such powerful effort for his own views or ideals is very much needed in today's society. I thought the person who has given so lot for this state, I should go and meet him, pay my tributes to him, pay my respects to him. And that was the reason, nothing more than that.
Could you recognize you? How was the communication? Because we understand that he is bedridden.
No, there was no much communication. He is bedridden, and but I could just see and just namaste. That's all. Yeah, his son was there. His wife was there. We could talk with them, but they told me when they had mentioned just yesterday, the earlier day, that I am coming. He was very happy. He was smiling. Yes, that's all.
Have you heard of one new concept that has picked up energy sometime back in Kerala and certain areas of South called cutting South, where people would like to term South Indian, North Indian, East Indian, West Indian. Has it come to your notice? Campaigns, seminars, discussions?
I have never seen this anywhere. That this person is a North Indian, he is an eastern part of our country, this is a southern, and this nobody. I do not know from where such ideas come to our mind. We have been looking at people as one nation, one people, one society, one kutumba, one parivar. So, and from where these fascinating ideas come to people, I don't understand. Why should we go into it? Even if there are some smallest idea of this, we should be able to curb that and not promote that. That is what we are. That is our whole culture is. I just don't understand this.
Left parties have constantly made one call: abolish the post of governorship. We do not need governors in a federal system. Center and state is enough. Now you're working with one of the last remaining left governments in Kerala or in the country. So how would you tackle this contradiction?
See, many people feel that there should not be the institution of governor. Should not be. I do not know from where they get this idea, but governors are very much needed to just look over. When I came to this place, I said, I have not come here to guide you, to govern you people. I have just come here to assist you in your efforts of governing, of doing some developmental works. If governor is just like a person as a head of the family in our parivar, in our kutumba, in family, that is what our constitution makers have thought. I have been going into debates over this particular issue also. None of them said, no, there should not be any governorship in a state. All of them insisted They said, no, governor has to be there because he is a fatherly figure. And that we just even if he is very old, we go to our father, head of the family, discuss with him. Many a times we may not like his views also.
Right.
But that doesn't mean his position is of no use. It has to be abolished. This thinking will certainly help to grow a good relationship between the governor and the government. This thought has to be in the both ways. It is not a one-way traffic. It has to be in the both, governor as well as the government. So government should feel, see why there is confrontation, because there is lack of understanding between both the parties, then the confrontation comes. We must try to understand the other person. Why he is doing, yes, if he is doing that, I will go to him and sit with him, discuss with him. Sitting across the table has been gradually diminishing. If that is done, the government will feel, yes, governor is helping us. And if that is done, the governor will also feel, yes, they are listening to me. So that type of confidence within the both parties has to be built up.
Some light on your early life, your student days, your entry into Sangh as a student, your entry into politics, and what inspired you?
What? See, there are many avenues from where we get inspiration. It is not in a particular way. I was very young, small child, and my father was Sangha, RSS, Nagar Karyava there. So Sangha was in our family, in our house itself. Many people used to come to our houses, to our see. Even so, I am so much grateful, I felt emotional when I say that Ranga Hariji came to my house in Goa when I was small, young person there that time. And he came, he stayed one night with us. Our house was not a big house, it was a small hut it was. But still he stayed. Then many other such things. So I do not know since when I started going to Sangha Shakha. But since then, my thinking, my all thought process started beginning towards the nation. And gradually it grew up. Then I was RSS Karyakarta. Then someday some people told me, so it is necessary you go to politics. And which is the nearest party to RSS was the BJP. So automatically myself and today's Central Minister Shripad Naik, and then there is one more who had been our ex-CM Lakshmikant Parsekar. So three of us, we went together to BJP. In one day, we started working there. We were never knew, at least I was not knowing that I would contest election someday. But after some time, I was told to contest the election. I contested, I got elected, I became the MLA, I became minister, I became a speaker, and all that gradually it grows up. That is a part of whole life. But inspiration was always that we must do something selflessly towards my society and my country. And that inspiration was given to me like people, as I said, like Ranga Hariji here, then other full-time pracharaks of Sangha, then they become Mukundrao Panchikar, then Vasantrao Kelkar, many, Lakshman Rao Inamdar, those many people, I just can't. So that was the inspiration. These are the people whom we must look at and work for this country. That's how gradually there are.
Goa and BJP was unthinkable at one time. Like they said, BJP or Sangh will never rule Bharat. But it has been an inspiring story wherein it was being bonded between Congress and some regional parties and some leaders. Now BJP is in power, consistently in power. How was that transition? And what was the role? Also, how would you recall Manohar Parrikar ji?
We, all of us, we worked together. The names which I told you, three of us, and later on Manohar Parrikar joined. And that time, one election was held, and we, the BJP that time, and prior to that, my father was a Janasangha Karyakarta also. So all this, they were just contesting for the sake of contests, election. They knew they will not get more than 200 votes in the assembly elections. They knew this, but still they contested. And they were trying to tell the people there is a party called Janasangha. Then it became BJP. And they started. My father was also BJP's president in Goa later on. Then, and afterwards when we entered the politics, BJP, we never thought at that time that BJP will come to power. I remember one incident, Eduardo Falero, who later was the Minister of External Affairs, MOS probably, he got elected as an MP from Goa. And in that election, when that was parliamentary election, when BJP got more than 50,000 votes, he was the only leader who could visualize that something is going to happen regarding BJP. He made a public statement. He said, I have won and our party has won and everything is okay. I am very much happy. But one concern is that I am giving, it is a concern for all of us that BJP could garner 50,000 votes if something is going to happen in near future. That is what he alerted all his karyakartas, all his workers, party workers, and it was in a public statement. So that's why all these people were worried. But in spite of that and everything, we worked together, and it was a coordinated efforts by all of us, be it Manohar Parrikar, myself. We all were Sangha Karyakarta in the beginning, and then we later became BJP's Karyakarta, and people rewarded our efforts and our thoughts.